We had record heat this past weekend. Not as bad today. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s, but it's still warmer than what's considered normal for this time of the year. It's not fall, and it's not going to feel like it this week. I want to go ahead and show you what radar and satellite looks like. Radar, that's clearing out, but satellite still looking at some cloud cover rolling in across the area, and we'll continue to see that. And right now it's 82 degrees, but it feels like 85 when you factor in the humidity. We're still dealing with that small bit of humidity, not quite as bad as what we had this weekend, all thanks to a front that came in. That front now leaving behind a north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. It will be a little more breezy this afternoon. More cloud cover is going to clear. In fact, I'm showing you a picture of downtown Dallas, and you can see more blue sky. Temperature climbs to about 84 degrees at 1. 87 degrees around 3 and 89 degrees expected. Close to about 5 in the afternoon with that northeast wind in place. A few locations still making it into the 90s, especially for our western counties. That's where the air is drier. That's where it warms up quicker. About 92 degrees for Mineral Wells, Graham, Breckenridge, 91 in Granbury, upper 80s for DFW, mid 80s for our eastern counties. That's where we will have a bit more cloud cover. That's what's going to limit some of the warming for this afternoon. If you are spending some time outside benefiting of the upper 80s, keep in mind that ragweed, it's at a high count. It is peak ragweed season. We're not going to see the end of it until our first freeze, which generally happens around November 22nd. So we are still quite some time away from that. High count for elm fungus at a low count. Here's a look at Cedar Hill, still seeing some cloud cover there. So it kind of just depends on where you are in North Texas, where we are seeing the cloud cover, 77 degrees there. Okay, so I mentioned that it's not going to feel like fall, and I wasn't joking. Temperatures into the low 90s tomorrow. We'll see the temperature climb about a degree every day through Friday. That puts us about 9 degrees above what's considered normal for this time of the year. So here's what happens. We have this front that swings through the area, and it's going to continue to push towards the southeast. That's what brings the southeast coast some rain over the next couple of days. High pressure is just to our west, but eventually that's going to move back over into North Texas, and that's what's going to significantly limit any of our rain chances, and it's what's going to make our temperature climb to 94 degrees come Friday. I do have this little low that looks to try to develop and push across the west coast here as Saturday comes on, but what we're noticing too is that we could see this low not impact our weather, but if it does, it could bring that necessary change that we need in order for our temperatures to look a bit more closer like fall-like temperatures. But it's looking pretty dry, at least over the next 14 days. If we peak anything up, it's going to be very scattered and less than a quarter of an inch. So it's looking very dry for us as we end the month of September. High temperatures, like I mentioned, in the 90s through the weekend. This weekend, high temperature of 93 degrees, morning lows in the low 70s. The next 7 days, they're looking also warm. As we head towards October 5th and 6th, it does look like maybe that system comes in. We could squeeze some rain out of that. Right now, I only have about 10% coverage, temperatures in the 80s. The mid 80s are looking possible, not this weekend, but the weekend after. So we could see that pattern change. But until then, we are looking, well, a little bit more like summer than fall.
Yeah, still in the 90s there.
But no triple digits.
Yeah, I'm happy for that. No, this is a nice forecast. All right, thanks everybody else.